Hello and welcome to the Oma Show. Today I'm going to talk about my self-care practices. This episode of the Oma Show is sponsored by Analemma. Analemma is a clear quartz crystal tube filled with special mother water that transforms regular water into a supercharged, full spectrum, coherent state. Analemma helps in biological age rejuvenation, balancing of the brain wave, increased vitality, and so much more. More about it coming soon. As you all know, I love focusing on self-care. Being a huge supporter of feeling good, I have been lately discovering practices that make you feel good by preparing yourself enough to take the time to do them. I completely comprehend how it feels when you get stressed or just are not aware of what self-care techniques are suitable for you and how to work it all into your very happening schedule. I believe that when you feel good, you do better. Also, did you know stress puts people at higher risk of developing depression, anxiety, heart disease, and so many other health issues? Fortunately, when we practice self care, we trigger the nervous system, which allows us to relax. It basically triggers parasympathetic nervous system. I've arranged together a few self care statistics and facts for you. So, take a pause from your busy day and then give yourself a few minutes to learn about self-care. 7 out of 10 people reward themselves with self-care after having a challenging week. People have various reasons for practicing self-care. For some people, it is a short escape when they are feeling low. On the other hand, most masses use self-care to reward themselves when they have had a harsh and long week at work or they have lately dealt with complicated life circumstances. 72% of people think of beauty, grooming, and skincare routine when it comes to self-care. This is likely one of the most generally chosen forms of self-care. Nonetheless, 2 in 3 people agree to multitasking while they conduct beauty, grooming, and skincare routines. For example, 58% of people clean their house while kind of slipping into a face mask or teeth whitening solution or something like that. And 49% confess of cooking a meal. 64% people believe that self-care boosts their confidence. If you observe, there's a fine link that parts self-care and confidence. When you immerse yourself in self-care, you feel more confident in yourself and your capacities. On the other hand, when you have heightened self-esteem, you are competent to maintain your self-care ritual because you don't feel regretful about taking some me time. More than half the population struggles with self-care. 67% of Americans desperately sense the necessity for self-care, and 1 in every 3 people feel regretful about shutting off duration on their timetables to take care of themselves. Half of the US grown-up population accepts feeling burnt out, so self-care is a must. Now, you might wonder how we can practice self-care and what are the examples of the same. Self-care is nothing but doing anything that soothes you to the core. If you simply calm down and take a bath or breathe or do yoga, take a walk in nature, meditation, however, providing that you are obtaining sufficient sleep and consuming healthy food is also a form of self-care. In simple words, anything that you do to take care of your well-being is supposed to be self-care. For everyone watching this video, I have an amazing gift to share with the world. I'll be sharing some of my self-care practices and motivate you to take time to discover what makes you feel good. First and foremost, and one of my favorite self-care practices is breathwork, also known as mindful breathing or keeping the focus on one's breath. even for a minute, can assist in eliminating signs of stress and anxiety. Conscious breathing is the simplest form of meditation and one of the best methods to practice living in the present moment. With mindful breathing, you are making a decision about how you want to live, which is also a self care practice, isn't it? Meditation. Being occupied implies being surrounded by people most of the time, whether it's at work, home, school, social events, etc. Spending quality time with others is essential, but when was the last time you took 10 minutes to yourself? Meditation provides you with that quality me time. It gives you a space to practice and engage in loving yourself. Third, movement. Exercise is important to a wholesome life, but I also believe that you must pick exercises that make you feel good. People go to the gyms or classes strictly because they think that it would provide them with some desired body shape. I believe doing exercises, just the ones that you enjoy, like yoga, Pilates, or just walking, or anything, weight training, like I enjoy, makes a huge difference in the way you actually look at life. Number four, beauty rituals. The skin is your protection and it needs love. I love to take good care of my skin by utilizing some really good products for my body and for my face and just generally for my well being. It must have non harming elements and it should have the ability to rejuvenate me and my skin from inside out. Pamper yourself in your full skincare ritual and offer your mind and skin the care it really demands. Exfoliate, soak, put on a face mask, moisturize, and do everything you have on your skincare ritual list. Or check out my YouTube and Instagram videos where I share a lot of them. Wholly engaging yourself in the practices can be very calming because it gives you a sense of accomplishment, and at the end of the day, it also makes you feel really good inside out. Now let's talk about Analemma. Analemma is a revolutionary new device that radically changes the state of drinking water. It powerfully enhances the properties of water by rearranging the H2O molecules into a liquid crystalline structure. That structure and its stability has a remarkable influence on all living things. The technology was created by two scientists in the Netherlands after over 13 years of research and development. Through their research, the scientists discovered several aspects of water that were known in the past but not studied sufficiently in modern science. They found that water is a broadband absorber of electromagnetic frequencies, and this ability rests in the structure of water. Due to various environmental reasons, H2O molecules in drinking water behave in chaotic and irregular manner. Water molecules are constantly crashing into each other. This happens on an atomic level, so we are completely unaware of it. By swirling the analemma through the water, those same H2O molecules start forming a liquid crystalline structure. They start linking together and behaving harmonically. Through that unique process, water becomes empowered, energized, and alive. Analemma is a clear quartz crystal tube filled with special mother water that transforms regular water into a supercharged, full spectrum, coherent state. It takes 1 full year to create the mother water. Fifth, focusing on nutrition, food, and what's going inside of your system is an incredible way of self care and nourishment. Focusing on daily food habits or how your body functions when you eat certain things is an amazing way of taking care of your body, which is our temple. And it's such an important part of who we are. We are supposed to be taking care of our body in the best possible way. Your body is the conveyance that takes you through good and bad times. reserve a minute or two daily to hear out your body. What is it telling you? Ask yourself, is there anything that you need to do for your body, that your body is asking for you to do? Do you need a break from a couple of chores today, or get more sleep, or maybe drink more water, or just have more movement? So whatever your body is asking for, it's very important for you to tune into your body and give it what it really requires. And that's a huge way of taking care of yourself. Another great way of self-care is journaling. One of my favorite things to do, because in our mind, it's super active, right? And there's so much that's going on. It's very important to process these things that's going on in your mind. So the best way to journal is in the morning. I wake up in the morning, and after my breath work and meditation, I start writing down everything that's going on in my head. And you don't even have to reread it. You just can burn it or just throw it. But the fact that you write everything down of what's going on in your mind really helps you process things and get it out of your system, that maybe if you don't journal, just stays in your system and creates a lot of stress in our body. On a cellular level, we store all of these things that we are not able to actually process. Another thing that I totally love, which is a big part of my self-care, is connecting with people I truly love. A call to a best friend, your girlfriend, or your mother, or your sister, or anybody that you connect with can be a big form of self-care. Relationships where you're not judged, where you're not constantly trying to prove yourself or get validation from. Those relationships are very precious and extremely good for your health, because when you share things with these people you connect with in a very authentic way, it again helps you release a lot of the things that we are unable to release from our systems. So pick up your phone and talk to the person if you're not feeling centered, and kind of share, not offload, but share what you're going through, because sometimes people also help you to see another perspective of the situation that's really stressing you out. And that's why this form of self-care is so important to me. Last but not the least, visualize before sleep. Visualization can be an influential method to enable you to unwind, reduce anxiety, and even fall asleep faster. Rather than focusing on your stressful, fearful images, visualizing things that can expand your proficiency to concentrate on calming and cozy images, or just visualize what you want out of your life, or visualize what you want out of tomorrow that's coming, or visualize beautiful things that you want in your life, can really bring you to a space of, firstly, it's manifesting it, and secondly, just you before sleeping you are in a much calmer space because you've focused on something that's positive, you've focused on something that you truly want in your life. And that also helps in manifesting things, because it's scientifically proven when we visualize and we sleep, our subconscious brain is able to absorb it faster than usual while you're sleeping. And so when your subconscious brain has absorbed what you really truly want, it's easier to manifest those things. So visualization before sleeping is another self-care practice that I absolutely love. I hope this episode really helped you. These are very simple self-care practices that can totally transform your life, and they cost nothing. You can incorporate one, continue with it for 21 days, and maybe then incorporate the second one. Breathwork, as I said, is one of my favorite self-care practices, and it's so powerful because it instantly balances your nervous system. In fact, all of these self-care practices that I mentioned here, I've incorporated them slowly in my life, and they've really helped me to balance my nervous system, because most of the time we are functioning from sympathetic nervous system, which is flight or fight. And if you're constantly in functioning from sympathetic nervous system, then all your blood circulation is happening on your muscles, and your organs are not getting the blood circulation that they are supposed to get to have that optimum functioning ability. And that's why we need to bring ourselves back to the parasympathetic nervous system space, and all these practices will really help you to bring yourself to that space so that you feel more centered, you feel more calm. When you're more centered, when you're more calm, you're not reactive to life. You are basically responding to life. You take the best decisions that serve you, and it also makes you feel so good at the end of the day to just relook at the way you have, kind of come a long way or evolved and changed. Your relationships change around you. Everything that you're doing in life changes in so many different ways. So incorporate these, or if you have any of your self-care practices that have helped you a lot, please share with me here and my audience. If you want to learn more about my beauty ritual, or if you want to learn about face yoga, face massage, or skincare rituals, please go on my website. There are just so many offerings there. And if you are a professional and you want to learn neolifting, which is a face massage technique to have a natural facelift, then go on my academy page, Pro Age Aesthetics Academy, and check out the course if you want to do that. Sending you so much love and health, and I'll see you very soon.